All right, we're doing a quick sound check, and then we will get underway. All right, looks like we are good to go. I'm going to get a swig of the good stuff. You know how this goes, and then we will start very shortly. For more Elden Ring Part 39 shenanigans, in order to get our wife over to legendary Carnegie Hall. All right, we're back. Welcome to part 39 of our Elden Ring Fundraiser walkthrough, where we are attempting to do two things. One, get you through Elden Ring by collecting and doing as much as possible, so that way your second playthrough you can just do cleanup on your achievements and trophies. And two, my wife has a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go with her choir, the Morris Park Singers, to New York City in January to perform on the legendary stage at Carnegie Hall. It's a once in a lifetime thing, and obviously that's the good news, but the bad news is nobody has financial backing to get out there, and you know how it goes. Trips to New York can be quite expensive, and the purpose in starting this fundraiser is so that way her financial burden is lessened to such a degree that she can just go out, enjoy herself, come home, and fill me up with a bunch of stories that will pretty much last her a lifetime. So, if you feel like donating, you can click on the comment section, and there is a link there that you can go to the GoFundMe page. If you feel so inclined, you're more than welcome to donate. It doesn't have to be any big amounts. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You could just be $1. It could be 1 cent. Of course, that would be kind of a weird donation, but I would do it just to be weird. But if you don't want to donate, do not feel guilty. Do not feel ashamed or anything like that. If you can't donate or don't want to donate, but you think other people would be willing to help, forward the stream to somebody else or share it on your page. Maybe it gets attention from other people that wish to donate too. So, ooh, hummingbird. Sorry, it's kind of like finding a squirrel. Ah, we already flew off. Well, that's okay. Anyway, that's the deal. Glad you guys are coming along. Hopefully, you enjoy yourselves and bask in my ineptitude with trying to get through this game in one piece. We're coming up quickly on sections that are going to test my living skills, so to speak. However, we're also coming up on a section where we are going to be getting our replacement staff, and even if it's just a touch weaker, I'm going to be using that because it saves on FP so much and it makes life a lot easier for flask management. So, with that being said, last time we discovered a secret passage that we could take from the Frenzied Flame conscription grace right there. Poof. And we are now in the Deeproot Depths. This is a brand new area that we are able to explore and get some more lore done, and it also does another side quest. So we're not doing that yet. We still have to go this way to activate the lift and do a couple other things, but for now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the Avenue balcony, and we're going to clear out that area beyond the door that we opened earlier. So, go up the stairs and turn yourself to the northeast. Yes, I know we have some items that we've missed, but here, actually, let's get this done the right way here. I'm a little out of sorts today, so if things happen, that's probably why. Between flashbacks and some other stuff going on in the head, every once in a while, that little streak happens, but it's hitting harder today for some reason. There we go. Do we have... Okay, yeah, we... Can I get a double? Yes, I can. And the staff I am referring to is the Prince of Death staff. That is my go-to every single playthrough when it comes to magic use. Get some free money there as long as we're at it. We're clearing these areas out so that way nobody can come at us if we have to backtrack or... There we go. Yeah, I heard you barking at me. I don't know why I say every single playthrough. I've played this thing like maybe 4 times, 2 of them complete, and 2 of them halfway through. And I was just like, I want to do a different build. Alright, so over there is what we're looking for down here. I think that's the perfume bottle, but there is a kind of a mini boss there that we have to clear out first. So let me get that taken care of, and then we'll get back up there. You're also going to notice... Come on. There we go. Once again, my phone likes wigging out on me here. You'll notice that dog. I'm going to try my best not to have him get annihilated. Oh, cool. That was quick. Anyway, you can pick that up. That's your perfume bottle. For some reason, I don't know what happened, but his coating, from what I understand, was messed up. So he's just a friendly pooch. Just sitting there doing his thing. Like any good dog should. It's like, hi, buddy. Yep. Ouch. There we go. Okay, so we are done here. Next up, we have a talisman that we can go after. And it's time to go to a completely different area for that. Might as well pick up some Miquella's lilies as long as we're down here. As we go through this, I hope your day is treating you well. And I hope that everything you did today brought you some kind of joy. Oh, yeah, there's no mushrooms over here, so I don't have to be all crazy about it. But there is also a group of enemies that can tail you in if you go up the stairs there. No, sir. Bad. Knock it off. How did you not hit? There we go. Perfect. Let's get a little bit of magic juice back in us. Perfect. Yeah, this will be a good time to go down, pick this up. You get yourself a somber 6. In the checklist I made, I did not include the pickups of smithing stones or anything like that. I felt like I could just run into those naturally enough that I didn't need to include them and gum up the walkthrough even more. So, sir, I'm going to need you to stop advancing. Phew. Okay, that's good. Next, just got to clear these areas out. That perfumer's got to go. Ouch. Oh, pay attention to how much magic you have, sir. There we go. And this is why we don't like perfumers. Goodbye, sir. And that's it. You've cleared the area, and for your trouble, you can just kind of peruse. There's really not much up here. I'm surprised I didn't get a group clearing off of that, but of course we are also not in the outdoor areas. I think it works a little bit different if you're not in a fort or a castle or a cave or something to that effect. Anyway, what the? There was a crash outside. I want to say that that was the trash can, but we live in an area where people have actually crashed through the fence, bowled into other cars, tried to escape the cops only to figure out that we close our perimeter. So I'm not going to look just yet. There we go. And you can go away. And you can go away. Pick that up because that is a new talisman for you. Can I hit him from here? Nope. Going too slow. I can get him here though. You are an innocent animal. I will not go after you, but learn not to work for bad people anymore. And my horse is better. Okay, there is a scarab over here. I think this is a stone, or a scarab that drops a stone. So, you know what? We should be okay if we do this. And yoink. Oh, that would be why. Oh, sure, okay. All that for a somber Smithing Stone 6. Did you enjoy the show, horse? Anyway, we continue up this way, and our first destination is going to be that way. If we do not have a site of grace, I am going to go down and get that really quick. We do not. That is okay. Now it's getting real dark. I have to turn on my lantern, and there is a place that we can actually jump in. Oh, there it was. Facing off to the southwest. Southwest, just remember that. I know we have a site of grace out here. We might as well get that and then go back up and do this proper. It's another reason why I'm looking forward to getting through the deep root place, so that way I can get my new staff. Like I said, it is way easier to manage your FP and actually be able to. I'm getting doubled up on that. Sorry. It's easier to manage your FP. It's much easier to last a lot longer out in the field. Before we go back up that way, though. This I didn't have in my walkthrough or anything like that, but I still decided that it was probably a good idea. There is no way for me to get back down, is there? I don't think so. Not a big deal if there isn't, but we already got the site of grace. And then we can just go right back up after we hit the lever to be able to go back up. Oh, I could have dropped. You know, you see nothing but a big bad dark floor and you're thinking, oh, well, that kind of looks like a pit. I ain't going to jump back down. That would be silly. Yeah, except for that hat lady, you got some serious drip going on. I like it. Back up the elevator, and we are going to head the way of the Divine Tower out to the, I want to say it's the east. Nope, it was to the southeast. There, at least he's gone before we do anything. I don't think I can summon my dude for this. It's just 2 Omen. Oh, yeah, I can. Very good. No, sir. Oh, that's not good. They're pretty much no touch, so we're good to go on that. You got some Spirit Ashes for it. Nothing much to report from this part. It's just another Divine Tower. This should be for Morgoth's Great Rune. And the bonus it gives to you, I believe, is just greatly expanded hit points. It's like you have General Radahn's seal that will increase everything, your hit points, your FP, and your stamina. But Morgoth's focuses completely and solely on hit points, which gives you a huge hit point boost. Can be very helpful for future areas, because now we're going to be running into the wall, so to speak. Enemies are going to hit much harder, much faster. They're going to be way more relentless. And you're going to see me die a heck of a lot more. Even in practice runs yesterday, I was having some serious issues getting through certain dungeons and everything like that. So we'll see what happens. And you can touch the Great Rune. Great Rune restored. Morgoth's Great Rune. Let's get our checklist back up because my phone just wants to keep turning it off. Did I get the official's gear when I... Yep, I got the official's attire. What do we have for a stone count here? Can't really do anything with this. We can get it up to plus 19 with the count that we have right now. The staff I'm talking about. And we can get up to a plus 8 for somber weapons. Okay. I'm going to save those. And I know we can get some grave glove warts here pretty quick too. Alright, I think that is it. We're going to go and take on a completely different area now. And it requires us to go back underground. Great Waterfall Basin, here we come. Great Waterfall Basin, didn't we already do that? Yeah, we already did it, but guess what? That coffin I told you about, keep in mind after we beat the boss in here. Go over to it. In typical Souls fashion, you climb into a coffin and weird crap happens. I'm just surprised her hat fit. What in the special magical powers? Taking you up, up, up to the next area. Well, why would you have to go back to the Great Waterfall Basin to go to the area you were just at the beginning of the segment? It's another way to get to the bonfire, way easier. Site of Grace, excuse me. Hall. Welcome to the next area where you're going to be able to get your upgraded staff. This is Deep Root Depths. If you are squeamish with bugs, this is not the area for you. If you are squeamish with bugs and you desire to off them because they drive you nuts, this is the place for you. If you want nothing to do with bugs, this is not the place for you. You know what? We're going to put that on. I was going to do the green turtle, but I have a... Wait a second. How do we go from regular to a +2, but there to a +1. I must have missed it. I'm going to have to look back through the checklist and see if I didn't skip anything by accident. Huh. Well, anyway, let's rest here and get our bearings up. I am going to be super gambly down here and go 10 magic flasks. Alright, first item up for bid is right over here. We have an Erd Tree avatar that we can beat up on. There. No damage, Erd Tree avatar. Life is good. And you get a nice little weapon for it. So, first item done and done. Night Comet really does trivialize a lot of stuff, but you do have to be very careful about the proximity that you keep with enemies. It can get especially harrowing. Okay, next up. Obviously, you can maybe hear the scarab in the background. You can actually see him, too. However, be very careful because it is surrounded by soldier ants. Some with the... Ooh, mushroom. It's not even the right mushroom. Dang it. That's okay. I love all my mushrooms just the same. Give you a little bit of charged love. Not going to touch you just yet. The problem is when I do, it's going to get that guy's attention. Obviously, you have a lot of cover that you can work with around here. And coming in from the back, boom. Don't got to worry about him trying to beat you up with his big-ass head. Go ahead and get Cannon a Haima on. Just that way you don't have to do any guesswork with this. And just give him a big old Kamehameha for his troubles. And you got the Ash of War Golden Land. Golden Land. Thrust armament into the ground, then gather strength to unleash a blast of sacred energy that coalesces into golden darts. Follow up with a strong attack to swing the armament in a sweeping strike. I believe that is very similar to what you see the Erd Tree avatar do. Have not really experimented with that much, but that would be my guess. Of course, I am only operating on a single brain cell. I cannot confirm or deny that that would be the case. So, you experiment, you come back, let me know what you find out, and then we will just go from there. Alright, before we move on, we'll go back and refill our flasks up. Give me 1 second. There we go. And now we're going to be working our way through the roots over here. We can pick up an incantation as well as some seriously nice free money. That was kind of weird. I had gold flecks coming out of my ass. Oh, there it is. Okay, anyway. Now that I'm done being stupid, we're going to come over here to the root system. Because we are about to go into a cave, and like I said, if you have a fear of big slimy ants, this is not the walkthrough for you. Not yet, anyway. Okay, there. I really got to turn on my lantern before I go any farther. There we go. And then you can come this way. We want to go up that bad boy right there into a cave, if I'm remembering correct. That is not a cave. Where is my cave? That is not a cave up there either. But that is. Perfect. You want to line up your drops so that way you do not have a bad day. Just wave hi to the big ant on your way in. And let's get to work. You can keep down into sneak mode if you want here. There's really not too much stuff that'll mess you up here, but... Oh, wrong spell. But I'll take a 2-for-1. That's pretty sweet. Okay, nobody up there. That's the queen over there. Let's give you something. Let's give you something. Okay, so I don't need charged. Oh, we just had a power flicker. Oh, popped you like a balloon. Nice. And for your efforts, you get a rune arc and a Newman's rune. And all the ants are down one additional member of their family tree each. And when you get over here, you're going to see a whole ceiling full of ants. They will be overlooking a pit. So don't worry too much about them dropping down on you. Shouldn't happen, but as soon as you do that, then you'll trigger a bunch of them. And because they all drop down in the pit over there, you should be able to take your time with all these guys. Okay, that's just not going to do anything. Let's see if we can get his attention another way. We'll light him on fire. Yep, come a little closer. Thank you very much. And now all the rest of them are dropping. That is fine. Go ahead and pop those bad boys like a balloon. Get another rune arc. Pop you like a balloon. Pop you like a balloon. And pop you like a balloon. We're getting rune arcs every single time we beat up on one of those bad boys. So, we should be thoroughly cleared out enough to drop down safely and start beating up on these guys individually. There we go. Don't forget to pick up a somber 6 there. I might be able to position enough to be able to get a 2-for on this. Yes! There we go. And there's no armored plate ants in here either, so you should just be able to make it through the rest of this relatively unscathed. Drink up. That's why for this section, I chose to take a few more flasks in exchange because I like my distance fighting at this point. Over here is your incantation Elden Stars. If you were trying to look for it, which I doubt anybody was. Elden Stars can be useful, but I don't think it's useful enough. I would really have to experiment with it a little bit more to be able to figure that out. Anyway, we can come back over here to the tree branch. And we're going to start making our way over to a new site of grace. There is an ant that is stuck in the dang... There we go. So I wasn't the only one it happened to. Okay, pick up a little bit more of the smithing stone goodness there. And now you can drop down. Should be okay in this area, but for your insurance purposes, do not be afraid. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to equip myself with a bow, and then I'm going to call my dude. Hello, sir. That's what I was waiting on. I could just have them drop down, and so that way we can save a little bit of time. Can we reach them? Yes, we can. Very good. Really? Oh. Can you get him? Nope. Ow. There we go. So we know we're good on that because the refill has hit. Another smithing stone 4 there. Now there's a lot of banging going on outside the apartment here. I'm like, somebody loading something onto a truck that I don't know about, or... Let's head over here, and then we should be able to pick up the Site of Grace right here. Is there anything else I want to do or explore down here before? I don't think so. I think we're going to start doing a Rune Bear run. Nope, doesn't look like it. First thing we're going for is a map down. Excuse me. First thing we're going for is a map down here. I don't believe I'm going to need... No, I don't need... Well, actually, we could take that off, make it easier. I don't use that. Don't really even use that anymore, to be honest. Let's see if we can limit the amount of things that we need here. Anyway, let's go 6 and 8 just for safety's sake. We're going to be running into a lot of those Deathblight frogs. And we're just going to go get a map. And we can do that by coming up this way. Going through this area allows us to run into the map. But again, you want to be very careful here. There are frogs with real bad breath. There's one. There's another one. Yeah, you're too far away, but I hear you. There we go. You are going to run into those guys a lot, especially when you go up the routes to be able to get to where you need to go for the boss here. So do not panic, do not freak out. There is usually a place or two that you can dodge into where you can avoid the majority of their attacks. So take a chill pill, relax. Do not panic, and you should be able to be just fine in this area. As you go through, use your targeting mechanism, which is your R3 button or your right stick button on the Xbox. And you will be able to pick up on any enemies that decide that it would be a good idea to turn you into a statue. And there we go. We have found ourselves a new map. Not that it's really going to help that much, but it does give you a general idea on where you are in the level, and I am just fine with that. Okay, I hear a scarab again, which means we should be coming up on another either a stone or an ash of war. Sir, I don't want to put up with any of your BS today. Sir, I don't want to put up with your BS either. You should just leave me alone. Let me live my life. Bad touch. We are not doing this today. I will take some Ghost Glove Wart. Thank you very much. And for giggles, we will go ahead. I'm not going to switch out any of my other talismans yet. Look at that guy just chilling there. Too bad he's going to get an arrow in the face. Mighty shots always make that easier. And that would be the only one in this area that we have to worry about. I know that there is a scarab in here. Or at least I could have sworn there was a scarab. Nope, I guess I didn't need to do a scarab prep for anything, but that's okay. We have a new Ash of War. I don't think there's anything else around this gazebo that we need. I think it's up on one of those branches. Yeah, that looks like it might be it. Oh no, you're just a couple frogs. Alright, now best way to get to the next site of grace is to kind of avoid that main area, jump over the rock, have your night comet ready. No, sir, I don't need to be over here yet. We just want to keep heading west for right now. Because the sooner we get to... Oh, there it is. Yeah, the sooner that we can get to our next little area of safety is going to be very beneficial, especially for this next part. Magic and half of HP. I think that will do me just fine. If I really wanted to be careful, I would, especially for the Rune Bear, probably put that in place of the HP and keep the magic up so that way I could at least have myself a good fighting chance with. I think I'll do that. And then for flasks, I'm going to go 7 and 7. Yeah, we're just going to go 7 and 7. So the only thing we're going to do before we come back is there's a waterfall right over there. And we want to head to the east to the waterfalls. This is probably going to be death number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 today. Just for your Just for your reference. I want to make sure that we clear all these little areas out of those frogs that we can. Hello. You again. Somebody's chasing us, and I don't know where you're at. Apparently not chasing us anymore. It's behind one of these bad boys as soon as I find it. Okay, definitely not there. Alright, I'm taking bets on how many times I'm going to die to this thing. I think it's behind that waterfall right there. Alright, let's get ourselves ready. How did he hit me with that? I was rolling. Yeah, come out here, sir. This way. What? Can he not get back in here? Apparently he cannot. There you go. Come on back in. That was not how it went during my practice. He charged the hell out at me, and it was nasty. Anyway, Prince of Death Cyst. You will remember we have a talisman that is very much similar to that we picked up at Stormvale Castle. Yeah, right here. Prince of Death's Pustule. It is said that this cyst came from the corrupted visage of one unable to die a true death. Indeed, it comes from the Prince of Death, scion of the Golden Bough, and first of the dead among the demigods. They would be referring to Godfrey on that one. Alright, let's go back to Nameless City site here. I'm going to keep it 7 and 7, and we are going to go off in that direction. We have a stone sword key to get, as well as a little bit of a boss. Yes, my obsession with stone sword keys continues. It's up there, and there is a spirit spring to get you up there. Right over there. Let's see how badly I screw this up, shall we? Grab yourself a glovewort on the way. Get yourself over to the spring, turn yourself toward the building, and leap. Oh God, that was dumb. Oh, how did I not die? Okay. I don't owe my wife any money on that. Whew. She's going to be very bummed about that, but God, that was dumb as hell. Alright, off the horse very carefully and grab yourself a stone sword key, which we have 25 of. We are doing very well on the collection of stone sword keys. I don't think we're going to run into any door issues by the end of the game. So, right where my hat is another Crucible Knight. Beat him and you get a set of armor, and I believe you get a weapon, his spear, from him too. Jump off of that and jump up, kind of focus on getting to the back there. Summon your guy up. Take a drink of the good stuff and let's get going. Oh, too far away. Come on, dude. Give me something good. Hoya! You know, I'm the one showing all the aggression. There, perfect. Went off without a hitch. Siluria's tree, and then, before you even go in, you might as well pick up the nice shiny out here. Hiya! Ghost Glovewort for your trouble. And a nice little treasure case. Drum roll, please. A new set of clothes. You get to dress as a tree. Life is good. Next up, we got one more thing in this area that we can get that's really of any interest. Just get on top of your horse. I don't know what that sound effect was. Maybe I'm having a stroke. Grrr. If you came into this stream expecting quality, I apologize. That's never going to happen. Run your booty off this way. Forget the noises you just heard. And there is a kind of a... Really? What are you doing? There should be a collapsible... Yeah, bad boy right there that you can go to. See, they're already firing arrows at you. Let's go ahead, grab those soldier ashes, and then backtrack. And then when you get to a point where nobody's chasing you anymore, or you don't use up any stamina, then you can warp on out of there. I know there's glovewort there that I could get, but absolutely not. Sorry, no can do, thank you very much. Mainly because we are about to go get our replacement staff. Been a long time coming. Do I have enough to level up? Sure do, buckaroo. Let's keep going the route of the intelligence. We are now 11 away from maxing out where we want to be. And then I'll start working on mind and endurance, because I really want more mind, and I want more endurance to be able to wear some heavier stuff. Okay, our destination is up those routes, and we are going to be running into those bad boys along the way, and I don't think I will be using any of the magic stuff going on here, but I'll put on my bows so that way I can snipe them from a longer distance, because obviously you see what they can do. The question is, can I hit this guy from here? Yes, I can, and that is gorgeous. That's exactly what I wanted to see. There. Pathway. Oh, geez, sir. I don't want you coming over here. Ow. Alright, now that Horsey Boy and Bad Breath Dude have gone away for a little bit, we can slowly make our way up these branches, these roots. Let's get a little bit closer so that way we can hit this guy with some mighty shots. Very good. The less difficult we can make it on ourselves going up these tree roots, the better. I believe we should be able to hit him from here. Yes. And doing all this, I'm doing this with Mighty Shot. That way it makes it a little bit quicker, not too much quicker, but... And then you have this guy that you can... Alright, he can't hit me from here, so we are in a safe position. And that's it. Everything should be cleared out. Sir, I do not need your sass. You know, every time I've come up here, I've never had a problem with those frogs advancing on me, so it must be some kind of a... It has to be some kind of a proximity thing on that branch alone, because, yeah, that's not normally something that happens. Oh, for God's sakes, really? No, sir. I'm gonna need you to stop. All right, so this is a boss area. I was kind of hoping I didn't have to worry about this right now, but I guess we're doing this. Let's get some mighty shot action in there and clear out the riffraff. And get a free refill in the process. Very good. Now let's go back down because we are missing the staff that we came for. And I think I ended up going up the wrong route. Because, yeah, we can't get back over there this way. This is also why I do not rest at any of the yes, likely death. Thank you for that astute observation. Why does my lantern keep going off? That's why it was so weird in here earlier. Sorry about that. Yeah, we want to go this way. And that should be what we're looking for right there. Ah. It is. And I didn't even... Did I even... I'm an idiot. I didn't even touch that site of grace. Anyway, we can celebrate for a little bit. Because we now have in our possession the only staff I'm going to need for the rest of the game. You are somehow not too high for me to jump on? Okay. Keep hearing a scarab. Well, I don't know where that scarab is, but it is absolutely not necessary to pick it up if you so desire. If you want to go find it, be my guest. And we'll come back down this way and touch the side of grace and get ourselves ready for a boss fight. The boss fight in there is not necessarily difficult by any means. However, if you're not careful, it can get a little bit tricky. So it's the boss fight after that will give you about as much trouble as you would expect. I won't spoil it for you if you have not gotten to that point, but when you see it, you're going to be like, how the hell?
Well, I took you for dead. No matter its layout, you're up.
All right, let's strengthen our armament. Right now we have a sorcery scaling on this of 378. We're not going to be able to get the Prince Death Staff up that high right away. Oh, we can't use it. I need to get my faith to 18. Okay, I got you. This is why we saved up a little bit of those larval tears. Let's just max this out as much as we can get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I can't believe I was idiotic enough not to know that the whatchamacallit, the requirements for that required my faith to be up to 18. You can see how long it's been since I've actually done this game. Hi, Boo.
Thou art thou now assured of thy want to be born anew? Now
I will.
bear this sweeting into life anew.
Okay, now just to be sure that I don't muck this up. The requirements on the Prince of Death Staff. 6 strength, 18 intelligence, 18 faith. So that'll be that. We'll get Dex back up there. We'll get Strength back up there. Endurance back up to what we had it at before. Mind back up to what we had it at before. And Vigor back up to what we had it at before. Okay, it's not terrible. But I'm also not completely happy that I had to drop 9 points off of intelligence just to be able to do that. But that's okay. That was my fault. I should have been putting more faith in a long time ago. Ah, and we got a emote for it. Nice. Thank you very much, lady. Let us check out. Sorcery scaling's at 337. Prince of Deaths is only at 246. That is unfortunate, but at the same time, it's going to save us quite a bit of MP. And I'm willing to wait a little bit to be able to get that up to full maxed out amount. So we'll just utilize the Godfrey icon a little bit more. And we will also... I don't think there's anything else that can make us... Yeah, there really isn't anything else that we can use here to increase magic by much. So I'll probably be filling it for a little bit, basically cutting our power by a third. So to make up for it, I'll go ahead and use the Stargazer heirloom. And there we have it. All right. Let's go back and do a boss fight. And if we're actually pretty decent, we might actually be able to get 2 boss fights in here. Alright, before we get started, you can make sure that you have your Mimic Tier Ashes up. It's going to be a 3-phase fight. 2 single opponents, and then 1 big group of 3. Come up in here, and just draw closer. So the opponent changed. It completely depends on if you're online or offline. There's number 2. Let's pick one and just go with it. Oh, Scarlet Rot, not good. Holy crap. That is bogus. Okay, so there's 1 down. Okay, so they do make it harder depending on whether or not you're online or not. Sir, you need to stop using that. Try again. So they base it off of other players that are actually online at the time. It's not other players completely. Like actual live players, but it does take a snapshot of some of the characters on here, and they use that as their champion. Huh. Good to know. Usually I play offline, and you get some very, very generic characters that don't do much, so that was kind of nice. And a little bit of a wake-up call, too. God almighty. Okay. Oh, I must have done the round table hold via stuff a little bit earlier. All right, we got some speaking with this lady over here that we got to do. And I missed her, so I need a hug. Hi, lady.
There you are. I knew you would come. What is it you intend? To deny us and our ways, like the dogmatic brutes of the Golden Order?
Lady, I just want a hug.
You are an odd one.
I know.
I am the guardian of those who live in death. They call me a foul and rotten witch. Yet you still wish to be held by me?
Yeah. Give me a hug. Here comes the airplane. Thank you.
Have you ever seen a Hallowbrand? When the first of the demigods died, his flesh was marked with the half-wheel wound of the centipede. Godwyn's Hallowbrand has since been recovered at the Round Table Hall. But there is another Hallowbrand out there somewhere, and I must find it before the time comes we receive our Lord.
Funny you should mention that.
When Godwyn died, a Hallowbrand scored his flesh, but another exists, and I must before the time ends. Will you still let me hold you, even then?
Yeah, I just wanted a hug to begin with, but before you interrupted me, I got something in my pocket for you.
This is the other Hallowbrand. Did you? Oh, my utmost thanks. With this, Godwin can take his rightful place as first of the dead and claim a second, illustrious life.
I get to die first.
Our true champion. And though I can't be of any use to you, can I hold you tight? If only for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh God, you're choking me! Get off!
Okay, thanks.
I will soon lay with Godwin, and it will surely stir within me the new life of the Golden Prince, and first dead of the demigods, as the rune of those who live in death. Please, do one thing for me.
What's that?
Brandish this child, my rune, and take for yourself the throne. Stay the persecution of those who live in death by becoming our Elden Lord.
Yeah, I guess I can do that. Let me get up. I'm going to reset the area, and then I'm going to talk to her one more time because she has certain dialogue that doesn't appear until you actually reset the area for me. I don't know why, but that's just the way it goes. All right, area reset. Hug me again. Here I come, lady. Oh,
This is goodbye, my dear.
that's what we were looking for.
I am satisfied. I choose to lie with Godwin of my own will, not the remains of one chosen for me, and I will bear a child who will inherit your warmth too. What greater blessing could there be but to be born a deathbed companion?
Or you're going to bear a child bear. Rawr. Okay, well, it's been real. Thanks for talking about bear children. I will... where's my wave? I will, see you later. Bye. And now we get ourselves ready because we have ourselves a nice little boss. Let's get our flasks. I'll do 8 and 6 this time. It's a long time before we've done more health than magic, but here we are. You'll find that she is now either asleep. Okay, she's still moving, so she's not dead, but she's asleep. Give her a little touchy touch. And enter the deathbed dream. And immediately summon your dude. Why don't you do it solo? Because I'm a chicken shit. Summon your dude. Summon. Drink. Drink. And let's get ready to go. Be very careful. This guy can both death blight you and beat you up with lots. Yeah, go for him. Go for him. Actually, you're still doing really good damage. Actually, kind of surprised. I like it. Oof. He's got to charge in. Whee! Let's be safe. Well, I didn't say let's not be stupid, but hey, at least we're safe. gonna breathe at me? Yep. Nope, get. Go on, get. Sir, I'm gonna... Oh! And he's already down. And we get the remembrance for Lich Dragon Fortisex. Nice. Look at that. I didn't die. Unbelievable. And as soon as you get out of there, you can come back over to her. She is now officially dead. Look at that. She's not even moving. Not moving. Her feet aren't twitching. Her hands aren't moving. Her shoulders are not rising or falling. You're fine. Pick it up, and I believe that this is part of an ending branch. So, you can't lose it. You can't get rid of it or anything like that. So just be mindful of it should you decide that you want to go that route. We also now have the remembrance of the Lich Dragon. After Godwyn the Golden became the Prince of Death, the ancient dragon fought long and hard against the death within its companion. Alas, victory was never achieved, and its only reward was corruption. I'll let you do with that information what you feel necessary. And resting at the site of grace, you now see somebody else that's standing there.
Prince of Death, take a good long look. See the wrath of the Golden Order, the Order's justice writ in blood. This is what's become of your precious witch. Naught but expired meat and bone. This is a proper death, O Prince. Look at this rotten whore. No more children can be got from this useless flesh. Behold, your mother is dead. This is revenge, you witch, and you ghoul. This is the wrath of D. Hello. The rotten witch is dead. The Golden Order unsullied. Now I can look my brother Darian in the eye. Honeyed rays of gold, deliver my spirit. Darian, honeyed rays of gold.
Okay, it's not much more to go off of there, but now you can get Fia's hood and her robe for completing her armor set. He doesn't have anything more to say. And if you go back and sit at the site of grace one final time, and you turn around, D is also gone. And you can pick up the inseparable sword, and then the twinned armor set that you gave to him earlier in the walkthrough. So that is that for the garden. What does the inseparable sword do anyway? It just has Sacred Blade on it? Okay. Deals holy damage, blah, blah, blah. So nothing totally new or out of the ordinary here. Honestly, I never use these. I might as well get them out of my inventory, because I know it's sucking me up of valuable HP that I'm going to need coming up here in the next portion of our walkthrough, which probably will not happen until Saturday. Tomorrow night, my wife is taking me to a baseball game, which is my birthday gift. Minnesota Twins are playing the Los Angeles Angels, or the Anaheim Angels, however you want to go with that. And then after that, there is a wrestling promotion that actually has a match going on there. So I am going to be having fun with that. Thank you, sweetheart. Anyway, we are, I think, just about to wrap it up. Let's get set up for the next portion of our walkthrough by going back to the Forbidden Lands site of grace. Look at all that stuff we were able to accomplish so far. And I've only died a grand total of 9 times. Wow. Trust me, there is more death and destruction coming up for my character very shortly. Because as we start pushing further up here into the land of the giants and the consecrated snowfields and the Halig tree and Farum Azula, it's not going to be pretty. My wallet is going to be taking quite the punch coming up. So, wife should be happy about that, but I'm going to be very sad. Either way you look at it. That should do it for today. That got us through the Deeproot Depths. We ended up getting our forever staff for the rest of this walkthrough. I think, depending on how quickly I can make it through some of the ruins and the catacombs next time. Oh yeah, I won't be able to get to that. Because on my practice character, I was able to get to the consecrated snowfield and get the other magic, whatchamacallit. Yeah, we got another magic talisman, which finished out my build. So it would be the Magic Scorpion Charm, Graven School Talisman, Godfrey Icon, and the Mask Raven Talisman. Right now, I'm using this to raise the intelligence that, makes up for the faith that I lost for the respec. Everything's pretty much the same with the exception of a lower intelligence. So fits my character very well, and yet still very much smarter and more intelligent than I am in real life. Wonderful. That should about do it. Next time we'll be going through some... first we're going to have to clear this land to be able to get to the elevator. We'll take the elevator and then we'll hit up some ruins and a set of catacombs and some ruins again. And then we'll probably bat some cleanup on Volcano Manor after all of that. And then that would close it out for about 2 more weeks. Wife and I will be heading up to Canada to say hello to our northern friends. Whatever you guys decide to do, I hope it is fun and adventurous and fruitful in whatever you do. I appreciate you guys coming by and checking this out and putting eyes on my wife's cause to be able to get out to Carnegie Hall and experience a once-in-a-lifetime deal. Like I said, the link to donate is in the comments section. It's pinned. If you feel like donating, please do. If you don't want to donate, please don't. There's no need to feel guilty or feel bad for not donating. There are plenty of other causes out there that have much more weight and are much more worthy of your consideration than trying to lessen the financial burden to get out to New York. However, if you do feel so inclined to donate to help her get out and do a once-in-a-lifetime experience, we will thank you from the bottom of our heart. You can also check out what else I'd be willing to offer up in exchange for donations if you go to the GoFundMe page. So, if you have the time, go check it out. If you don't want to, that is fine too. I just appreciate you coming by and making fun of my ineptitude at playing this game. And it's only going to get worse. Ha ha! That's about it from here. Have a good night. Take care, and we will see you again probably on Saturday night. Or if I'm feeling froggy, I might do a little more tonight. I don't know. But for sure, Saturday. Wife's going to be working, and I have a little bit of extra free time at that point. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks again, and take care.